pretty much how I got into the business arena is, like I said, I was at the post office, and I said I had to make a change, and I thought about my future. I'm like, do I want to do this all the time?
Right.
As far as being at the post office, or do I want to do something else, be my own boss? And just all the stuff I had encountered and endured with working jobs for people, which is nothing wrong with it, but when stuff ain't right, when management is not right, and you get downplayed, and I'm the last person on the totem pole, and so you get treated like crap, basically.
Right.
And I said, I got to make a change. So I began to do some research. So that's the number one thing: do your research, find out what you want to do. Begin to do your homework, your research, see how much this typical job business would make. Find out, see how much it would make monthly, and then reach out to other local people that may be in the area, other different businesses that may be similar to what you want to do.
Right.
And hopefully they'll share with you. I stepping into this field, especially with transportation, believe it or not, I had some people looking at me like I'm talking Chinese. Yeah. I'm like, so hey, how did you, what kind of insurance? And they're like, huh? Yeah, me? I'm like, yes, you, see. Like, what? But I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm just asking the basic question, and they just...
Nobody want to share
Nobody want to share nothing.
Right.
And so then I began to notice a pattern. I said, this is other people. I asked another person, hey, how you do your business? And they just gave me the blank look like, yeah, so, the sky is blue today. And I'm like, can you answer my question? I'm like, wow. I'm like, what is up? I'm like, is it all for yourself? I'm like, it's enough money to go around, especially in this kind of field. And so...
this area is big enough for everybody.
Exactly. But I'm like, okay, I see I got to do my own digging and research. Definitely do your homework, do your research. Please, for young entrepreneurs, you got to weigh the cost. You got to look at your pros and the cons. You got to look at, you're going to have good moments, and you got to look at your not so good moments. I can just give you share a story from myself. Starting out in this, we started out rocking. Numbers up there, everything. And with the vehicle situation with the rental company, when that situation happened, it was like, man, seemed like stuff, it was kind of rocky for a minute and for us, and I'm like, through those times, it's like, are you going to give up? Or are you going to keep fighting and keep going? And trust me, I wanted to give up. I'm like, forget this. I'd go back to the post office and be chased by Smith.
Devil got your back there, huh?
Yeah. He sure did.
Go on, quit. You don't want to do this.
Yeah, I was ready to quit. I was like, I can endure the dogs. I can do the people chasing me.
You don't do this.
What's it say? The devil let you know?
Yeah. So definitely I just, endured, and that's one of the things you really have to do. You're going to have your moments. And within those moments, you got to know within yourself that this is what you really want to do, and stick it out.
Right.
Stick it out. It's a lot of businesses, a lot of people I've came across, other business people. One of the things that they said, man, I started something that was going good, and I stopped because things got rocky, and it's one thing that people, they want to immediately eject the situation.
Right.
And, you shouldn't. And another great tool that really helped me, entrepreneurship program, that one of my mentors, David A. Rogers, and his wife, Mrs. Rogers, they sat down and talked with me out of Chicago as one of my business partners as well, Dominion Vision Group out of Chicago, Illinois, and they real big in real estate. They actually in the process of doing the Roseland community.
Oh, really?
In Chicago.
Okay.
And definitely it's going really good. I'm just glad to be a part of that. And definitely if you look at one of the, actually where I attend church at, that building was a level 3 mold, and they pretty much had to gut the whole entire church out. There was a hole in the ceiling, and if you see the pictures, you just be flabbergasted, like, wow. And you look at then, but you look at now, you'd be amazed at you know, the rehab is beautiful, very beautiful on the inside. So I went into their entrepreneurship program, and definitely, you know, just want to reach out to anybody that's interested in their entrepreneurship program. They travel, their schedules are like busy, but they definitely travel churches, businesses. You definitely can, more information, go to ADR at dominionvisionglobal.com, and definitely reach out to David A. Rogers, and definitely they can forward information to you how you can get that into your city. Yeah, definitely. And if you are in need of a home, definitely let me know, and I can connect you with Dominion Vision Group. Very great, awesome group. They partner with MB Financial Bank, and if you have a credit score, I believe in the 600s or 650, they're able to get you a house, and you can get approved within the same day.
What?
Nice.
Yes. And not too many people, and is really out there doing it. And that's actually the church I go to. Shout out to the House of Prayer, HOP, and definitely we more than a different church. We're about really reaching the community. We're not just about selling chicken wings and Skittles and M&Ms, candy yams and all that. We're about really getting out there and doing some work and really rehabbing places and really rebuilding.
That's the same thing about my fraternity. Everybody think we just like a regular Greek fraternity, but we do more than that. We're in the academic. Key on our guys are academic. Make sure we get if the guy coming out of college, make sure he's gonna graduate from college.
Yeah.
He's not gonna flunk out. He's not gonna party himself out.
Yeah.
He's gonna graduate out. And so that's one of our biggest programs, is making sure young brothers who come into school don't have no vision one of where to go or what to take or nothing.
Yeah.
So we try to give them that little bit of a vision, so they have an idea. This is where you should take your alley through, and this is the road you should follow. And so it's a hard job, man. Try to tell a young brother, things to do, because their mind is like, it's got the blinders up, man. They can't see.
That's true. That's
true.
true.
And I'm glad that you mentioned the entrepreneur program, the entrepreneurship program, because there's two things that a lot of people fail to do. One, the first thing is ask questions.
Yes.
Because a lot of times, if you don't ask the questions, you're not going to get the answers. They don't always just volunteer.
Oh, no, not at all.
And the other thing, if you want to go into business for yourself, like you said, do your research, do your homework, and you definitely need to get you a business mentor. I have a business mentor.
Yes.
And I love my business mentor.
Yes.
He's out of Appraisal. He works with me. He helps me out with a lot of things, a lot of information. Get your business mentor. A lot of times, most of the time, if not all of the time, you can get your business mentor for free through SCORE.
And see, the thing that we want to do a show trying to get all black businesses together who have businesses and tell the story. Okay? And I'm still trying to work on that, but they need to tell the story. So everybody got a story how they got started. And everybody have that rough time in their lives. So if everybody can come together and say, well, this is how I did it. Okay? And stop hiding it.
Exactly.
So that's a problem. That's why I like to bring people on the show who have businesses. Especially if they're black. If you got businesses, I want to bring them on the show and let them tell you a story. How you get started. So everybody else can get out there and do the same thing.
Exactly.
Because I truly feel that we're in the same time we were in 41, 42, where we need to establish our own businesses in this community. And that's the only way we're going to make it again in this country, especially here in Indiana, in Gary, especially in Gary.
And speaking of businesses, I just want to take a moment to say, Decay Devils, they were here before Tyrell Anderson and one of the young ladies that's with the group. They're still doing what they do, and they've got cheesecake jars now. Cheesecake jars. Yes, they have them. Until December?
Is this on 19th? The lady on 19th?
No. This is the Decay Devils, the ones who do the historical restoration of the building.
Really?
Yeah, because they're doing fundraising. So they're doing some fundraising.
So they're doing the cheesecake what?
Cheesecake jars. Because they did have the whole cheesecake.
Right.
But instead of doing the whole cheesecakes, now they're doing the cheesecake jars. So the cheesecake is in the jar. They have 6-ounce jars.
I'll leave it alone.
But it looks good, though.
Okay, have you tried it yet?
Not yet, but I plan to get one.
Well, we know you are.
Yes, I am. I like cheesecake. Okay, so yes, I am. So,
you are.
Anyway, but they have cheesecake jars available. So I'm putting it out there because they're doing their fundraiser. I believe in what they're doing because they're one of the people who are trying to restore as well as preserve historical sites in Gary as well as other places. So of course, so they help them out with their funding. And you can go to decaydevils.org. That's DECAYDEVILS.org. ORG. Don't let the name fool you. And it simply means that they're all about buildings decay. That's what they do. Buildings decay. So they're really on that. They're really about saving these landmarks. As a matter of fact, that was at Union Station.
On Fifth.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. They had something to do with that. So anything that's worth saving, and if they can't save it, the least they do is try to preserve the memory of it. They take pictures inside and out. Inside if they can, if it's safe enough. But a lot of times it's not safe, so but they have the equipment, so they go in there, they try to take pictures and footage of whatever they can.
And try to stay on the building.
Yeah. So that at least to me they're like art historians. That's what they do. They go around taking pictures and trying to they don't just take the pictures, but like I said, they actually try to preserve the building.
Okay.
So I
something that's need to be done.
Yeah, so I definitely
it's also good to have like people to come on who really do grants. There's a lot of people who do grant writing in the city, and and so the question is, and there's money out there.
Yes, it is
for businesses and stuff, especially for minority black women.
Yes,
there's a bunch of money out there for black women. And grants and stuff like that, and so I try to tell people all the time, especially black women, the money is out there. You have to. Then it's not gonna give it to you.
You
got to research. You got to find it, and you got to find that glitch, and you got to find that best grant writer to write it, and you have it.
Nothing is going to be worth having if you don't work for it.
Oh yeah. And you got to have
if it becomes easy, is easily taken away.
Definitely. Yeah. And especially if you got a program dealing with young folks, youth programs, stuff like that. It's out there. You got to apply for it. Because there's a lot of programs that's needed for youth in this country, and so they're willing to do that because they know they have a problem with the youth in this country, not just here in Gary, but it's all over the United States. So they got problems. So if anybody got a program that can help you, it works. I have frat brothers who in Indianapolis, they go talk to the youth who are locked up in the prisons and stuff, and the stories they tell and stuff, man. No family, no father, no mother, and some of them can't get out because their parents won't come pick them up. So you got to stay there until somebody come pick you up. If you had no guardian come pick you up, guess what? You just stay there.
And that's really messed up. I mean, it's kind of like with the job. When you're out there getting a job, you're applying for jobs, but nobody will hire you because you don't have the experience. Well, how you gonna get the experience if nobody will hire you? So somebody got to take a chance. So I mean, there's a lot of that.
That's the same thing. Young brothers come out of prison. I mean, you come out of prison, nobody want to hire you because you came out of prison.
Right.
So how you gonna get a job?
But sometimes those are the best people to work with. I mean, those who really want to turn their life around, they're gonna put the work in.
You got some brothers who come out who really want to work, okay, and they want to turn their life around because they know they made a mistake. But how you gonna get that chance
if nobody will give it
to you?
Right. So it's needed, but this thing about holding on to information that really needs to stop.
Yeah.
It really does.
Say that again.
It's got to stop.
Please.
So it's like, why everybody's so worried about competition? Why everybody can't do?
Well, it's about time for black folks to start having old money. Okay, and so what they was doing, he got a business that he could turn to his kids. That's when it becomes old money.
Yeah.
Okay, and then if the business still keep growing, then their kids turn double old money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's how it works.
Yeah.
But
David, you're already prepared because you know that sooner or later somebody's gonna try to give you some competition, right?
Oh yeah. And you know what?
Somebody gonna knock on his door.
A lot of people they ask me, so are you like Uber? And I'm like, I laughed and I'm like, well,
you Uber.
we pretty much kind of like Ubers. We do it all actually, and our goal is to push it more. But we do airport pickups and drop offs. We do private pay services, that the Medicaid don't cover, such as a lot of elderly people that can't get around to the grocery stores. And we definitely do that. And we have a great program through our nonprofit side that we're working on. It's called, Operation Hope.
Okay.
And what that program is, we're working on to build funds in that particular department. And we're going to take those funds, and once a month, we're going to take that money that we get and we receive from out of our for-profit side,
right.
And we're going to take that part of that money and we're going to give back to pregnant moms,
there you go.
Because a lot of them get misunderstood. And everybody has a story. Everybody has a situation,
right,
and
right.
It may not have been their fault. Something may have transpired and happened.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to reach back and reach back into the community, and especially help those pregnant moms. I know. My mom. Shout out to my mom. She's watching, and my dad, the stepdad Roy. I thank God for them. I appreciate them. They definitely has been a help in this business, starting it and everything. And
the foundation.
Foundation.
Yeah.
And she taught us. She raised 3 boys. 3 boys, and I trust me. I take my hat off.
So I know.
I tip my hat off to her.
It's good to have foundation.
Yes,
it's good to have foundation.
yes, and believe me,
and that's what we're missing in our families nowadays.
Yes,
good foundation.
Trust me, she didn't mess around.
Right,
she,
right. I know. I bet.
Yeah.
Mom like that. Yeah, I understand.
She didn't mess around. So we did what we were supposed to do.
My dad was a railroad man, so my mom was everybody. Okay?
Yeah.
So we got it all.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
Yeah, most definitely. And maybe when we come back after the segment, I can share a little bit more about how you can obtain some funding to for those young entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs. Period.
That's right.
That needs money. And definitely, I can share that, with you all, how different companies that you can help get some money.
Most definitely. We'd definitely love for you to come back, and we appreciate you sharing the information that you did share with us.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I was just thinking that I might have some referrals for you.
Okay. Excellent.
That'll work. We're going to take a break, come right back in a few, so sit back and chill and relax. This is Uncle Buck here at 88.7 WGBE, finest station in the town, what can I say?
Yeah.
Buck is here. What
And Poetry in Motion.
Who's that?
Poetry in Motion.
I don't know you.